What is up, you guys? This is your boy and the Matrix, and today, oh man, you are not gonna believe. You're not gonna believe what these Twitter people are raging on about today. I am here abounding into comics. Right? And this Japanese author, called out a Western localizer on Twitter because I shit you not, because of an anime girl's knees.
You serious?
Because of an anime girl's inward knees. As if it couldn't get any more ridiculous, but let's get into it, guys. Right, and it says the House in Fata Morgana author pushes back after Western localizer boasts of rejecting inward knee female character designs for being unnatural, right? For being unnatural, which takes me back to the whole idea that, these people, I don't know, it's like people in the Western world, it's like they act as if they've never seen a woman's body before, right? And just before we continue, just a quick note. If you guys don't know what the inward knee pose on female characters is, it's when anime girls, those meek anime girls that the way that they stand, it's like with their legs kind of shifted inward. And this is actually something that's very cute and very adorable, and a lot of men actually find that very attractive. And one of the reasons why men find that very attractive is because it kind of goes back to this this instinct that men have for women. It's like it kind of shows like the women. It makes the woman seem as though she was weak, and it makes a man want to protect her, right? Because like men, the masculine is designed to protect females, right? So when a woman shows that she's kind of like weak, men automatically go and try to like do things for her. This is why this is so very attractive, right? This like inward knee thing. And by the way, this is something that these people don't understand. Real women actually do stand up like this, okay? You see, women are more flexible than men. And that is why they are more likely to have that inward knee. It's very rare for men to have this inward knee type of like structure in their legs. It's more common in women, right? And I see it a lot, especially with Asian women. I see this more with Asian women than Western women. And I'm gonna put a picture here showing how Japanese women sit on the train, and tell me if this looks familiar, right? Just like anime characters, right? Just like anime girls, that's how they stand, that's how they sit. This is actually very natural. This is very real. So for these localizers to say that it's unnatural, it's not realistic, the same way that they were saying, oh, Uzaki-chan's giant tits are not realistic. Yes, they are. Go out into the real world, okay? When I was in high school, I was already looking at girls with C cups, for God's sakes. I was walking around with a boner every day. Seriously, I kid you not. In the real world, yes, these things are real. Women do have these types of bodies, man. But anyways, before we continue, let's make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell, guys, and like this video. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. If you're into any of those things, if you want to keep up with localizers, I'm always calling out and doing research on these localizers and making videos on these localizers because they are ruining our entertainment. So let's go. Okay, now, so let's go ahead and read here. And by the way, this right here is the character that they were like, that the localizer was talking crap about right here. See how she stands with her legs inward? It's a very cute thing. It's a very cute thing. Is that a lot of men find this attractive. Right, and up here it says, a Western video game localizer has taken issues with the upcoming project codenamed M for probably the most random thing we've ever seen outside of me and Robako manga chapter as a female character's niece. And then it says, on May 28, Japanese developer Novik tweeted out a brief animation cycle showing Marianne, a central character from the upcoming project, codenamed M, knobby knee and slightly bobbing as she stood in a park, right? So this right here, this is the picture again, right? So responding to the tweet, Twitter user, where is it? Actually, no, it's right here. So somebody responded to the tweet from the developers. So this here is the developers, and then right here, somebody responded said, the movements on the legs is a bit too much and unnatural maybe, but the character designs and background looks great, right? I get this is just another thing that people in the West are not used to seeing. I don't know why. And then the localizer, which is this user right here, says Nonors. Says, yeah, that's what I thought. I work in video game, and whenever Japanese designers send us these kind of designs for female characters' legs with inward knees, we reject them as unnatural. I wish they do more anatomically correct legs for women. It is anatomically correct. It is anatomically correct. And then down here, this is the Japanese author's Twitter account, and he calls her out. Right, and he says, walking and posing with the inner toes is kind of a Japanese culture, often seen as kawaii. And in fact, many young girls who do so, we don't feel this unnatural. It does look like too cutesy though. Would be happy if you would not correct our culture and the taste of Japanese girls. And I'm just gonna put this out there. As somebody who's actually been with Japanese girls and Asian girls. This is actually very, very, very true. Again, I'm going to show you a picture of how Japanese women sit in the train, and tell me if this looks familiar, right? They sit like anime girls. This is very real. This is very, very real. This is a woman's body, which for some reason now in America, in the West, people are like condemning, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then the localizer responds. He says, I'm sorry if this offends you, sensei. He's talking to the Japanese author. He says, this is the rules for the workplace that I work. In well aware of the kawaii culture, I'm part of the Harajuku scene myself, and I've posed like that too. But you have to understand that this is the process of localization. The process of localization, really? To remove things that you don't understand? The process of localization is to translate Japanese language to English language. What does the character's legs or pose has to do with you translating words? Please explain. All right, and then the localizer goes on to say, and sometimes when it's over-exaggerated, it also offends people here. So nobody can win, literally. 2 out of 2. To which the author, the Japanese author, Hanada Keika said, understand there are different cultures and some of them are unacceptable. We don't intend to be careless in order to offer our games globally. Not sure how to deal with the girl with the inner legs though, but we are going to be careful about our expressions in the game. Then the girl says, no worries, sensei. I work for a big game company that offers games mainly intended for young children, and that's why we have to be extra careful. Sensei's game will probably be rated for teenagers, and older people, so you'll be fine. And somebody else here left a comment. Some other user said, too many prudish Westerners who think their way is the right way these days. And that's true. That is very true. There's a lot of Westerners who think that their way is the best way, and that's the way it should be done. And to which the localizer respectfully said, hey, friendly correction here. It has nothing to do with being prudish. Sometimes when it's overly exaggerated, it looks like there's a problem. There's a problem the knee bones on the character. Hence why we asked to fix it so it looks just a bit more natural. And the author then goes and says, yeah, I understand the intent. I also tweeted about it, but the video is playing quite fast and could be seen as exaggerated. We're in the process of creating the motion as well, so we plan to adjust it so it looks more natural. In any case, glad for your input. And then Then the localizer says, "I'm so happy you understand. If you ever want to discuss about localization for Western audiences, such as this that are seen as possibly strange, feel free to send me a message, and I'll be happy to give you an opinion from a professional localizer editor's point of view." Okay, so very respectful there. I like how they were talking to the Japanese author. So yeah, man, this is. I mean, I tell you, it's like, if your job is to translate the language, why? I mean, if you want to complain, you can complain about anything else. You can complain about the anime girls, but your job is to translate the language, not try to change everything else because it makes you feel uncomfortable. And I don't know, man. I'm glad, but I'm glad. I am glad that the Japanese author came and just interfered with the conversation, because now that actually helped the game be created with integrity, with honesty, rather than changing things up to the localizer's point of view. And we've seen this before. I showed you guys. I mean, take a look at what happened with Room Factory 5, the localization, where the localizers, they felt that, oh, let's just turn all characters bisexual. And I'm not joking. In this game, in Room Factory 5, they turn all, and I do mean all characters bisexual because of the translations. And a lot of people are going to play this game and they're going to have absolutely no idea that this is not how it's supposed to be. So good on Hanada Keika for interfering with this conversation. Guys, whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on localizers, anime, manga, video games, geek culture, Japanese culture. I'm going to keep talking about this topic, so subscribe to the channel, stay up to date, and thank you for watching. This is your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.